you so much for joining us here at Indigo Room, where we are having, or should I say, exploring teachable moments. Sometimes you're bored and you're tired of being in the four walls, or, you want to explore. You can look on Google and figure out different events that might be going on. There's always something going on at the library. There's different programs, street fairs that are going on in the neighborhoods. And sometimes maybe you're living in an environment that you've outgrown. And perhaps you can't really explore the neighborhood because there's a lot of things going on that you are not able to make changes on. Perhaps at that point you say, you know what, let me take a long walk. Or one of my brothers used to love to cycle. He'd ride his bike all the way into Manhattan from the Bronx. And he would explore because he said his neighborhood didn't have a lot of things going on. And he wanted to really see and explore new things in Manhattan. He got to see street fairs. He got to see new events that were going on. You never know. And sometimes they even have background work that needs to be done. They'll say, you know what, let me hire this guy to just walk here in the scene of a movie. So many things can go on once you leave your home. Sometimes I remember we were kids and the television broke and we were bored. Now I went ahead and I picked up a magazine, but after reading the magazine I'm like, So my mother pulled out the board games and we began to play. We shared, we interacted. We had a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, we ended up eating our dinner or what have you and then going to bed. But we had so much fun interacting with each other, doing more than just sitting around and complaining. Sometimes we need some of these things to happen in our lives in order for us to see how great we really have it. People in other countries might not even have the same, options that we have. She had board games in the closet that we hadn't played with in years because we were focused on other things. Refocusing can sometimes change the dynamics of an experience. Let us begin to really look at that. And let us not be looking at ourselves or looking at the situation saying it's boring and not exploring the circumstances to figure out that there are other ways of doing things. Let us remember that we being on this earth plane, God has given us so much. We have ways of exploring. If you can walk, if you can run, if you can roller skate, if you can rollerblade, if you can ice skate, those are other options. Sit by a body of water, maybe you can scribe if you like to write, or even not. Whatever the case, you can begin to explore and see things differently, okay? It's time for us to begin to look at our lives and say, this is not a bad situation. This is a better situation. We don't get ourselves depressed because we are exploring things that can actually help elevate our mood and help us to see life in a better way. Because God has granted so many different blessings for us to see and experience. Thank you so much. And you can also see it in so many different ways. Let's not put a limit on anything, okay? Thank you so much for joining us here at Indigo Room, where you have options.